Is split perception why we get déjà vu? Imagine walking into a room and feeling like you've been there before, even though it's your first time. That strange sense of familiarity is what we call déjà vu. But what really causes this mysterious feeling? One idea points to something called split perception. Split perception is when your brain processes what you see or hear into separate ways or streams. Think of it like your brain has two different channels for understanding the world. In some cases, especially in people with certain neurological conditions, the connection between these channels is cut or damaged. This is called split brain syndrome, where the two halves of the brain can't communicate properly. Each side might see or process different things, but your conscious mind usually combines these into one experience. Now, in everyday life, your brain is usually pretty good at keeping everything synchronized. But sometimes, tiny delays happen. For example, one part of your brain might register an event just milliseconds before another part does. This tiny lag can cause your brain to think that the event has already happened, even if it just occurred. That feeling of familiarity, or déjà vu, might be your brain's way of confusing a new experience with a memory. This idea fits with what we know about how perception and awareness work. Our brains are complex and don't always process information perfectly at the same time. When there's a split or delay in how sensory information is handled, it can create a false sense that you've experienced something before. So, in simple terms, déjà vu might happen because your brain momentarily processes information in a split way. This causes a mismatch between what you're experiencing right now and what your memory thinks it should be. While split perception is a real phenomenon in some brain conditions, in most cases of déjà vu, it probably involves very subtle timing differences in how your brain combines sensory input and awareness. This shows just how fascinating and tricky our minds can be, creating that eerie feeling of familiarity from the flow of perception.